Yo, we are live on the Pimp Game podcast. Pretty boy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. So, yo, we are here on the Pimp Game podcast, and today we got a great show for you guys. We are going to be talking about why or is R&B music dead, and also we will be talking to R&B sensation, Pretty Boy. That's right, he is the R&B sensation out of VA, doing his thing in the R&B market, in the music industry, doing his thing. So, I like to say right now, I don't think R&B is dead. I think we need more great music. We need more talent. We need all of that. Can you hear me? Put your volume up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
There you go.
Perfect. All right. Perfect. We finally got it, man. How you doing?
What's happening, baby?
All right. Welcome to the show. I know I mentioned your name, but just in a couple of seconds, give us your name and tell us what you do.
All right. So my name is Pretty Boy. It's Pretty Boy the artist, and I'm just an artist, man. You know, I do what I do.
I like that. All right. So let's go back to where it all started for you when you were young, when you was a kid, when your mom had you early, all of that. What made you fall in love with music at a young age?
So to be honest, it was a combination of my mother and the church. You know, so I used to hate going to church. I used to hate it. My mom used to wake me up every Sunday, like, you got to go to church with me. So go to church with her. But just so happened, she was the lead choir singer, right?
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
through her being the lead choir singer, I found enjoyment of going to church because in my mind, I'm not only going to church, but I'm going to a concert.
Mm.
And my mother is the star of the concert.
Mm.
So my mother was on the pulpit hitting these crazy notes, these crazy octaves, these crazy riffs, these crazy runs. And I'm sitting down as a child and I'm just like, wow, you know, that's my mom. So it started from there and it transitioned to me hearing her play these old records in the house, Prince, LTD, Luther, The Spinners, Whitney Houston, Mariah, whoever you can imagine, she would play it in the house. I remember Thieves in the Temple being played in the house by Prince. all throughout the house. I remember the Waiting to Hell soundtrack being played all throughout the house, and I took a liking to that style of music.
Ah,
So,
I like that. I like that.
yeah,
Okay.
and to be honest, I was telling my partner this last night. I owe a lot of this to LimeWire. You remember LimeWire?
Right. LimeWire. Yeah, 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 yeah. I
I
do.
used to go on LimeWire and just type in 70s, 80s, 90s music, and it would give you an infinite selection of music. And I would just download all, put it on my iPod, not knowing who it was, what artist, what genre. So I was getting all of that music in a large quantity and putting it on the iPod and just listening to it and taking digestion. And it was all kind of artists. It was rock, pop, soul, gospel, R&B, whatever you can imagine was on that iPod.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So when you were young, you mentioned you didn't like going to church with moms. What's up? Was mom going to a couple of services? You know, some of our mothers, they like to go to 2, 3 services, Bible school, Sunday school, all of that. They was doing it all. Was y'all Jehovah's Witness? What was the deal? Why did you like going to church with moms?
Because as a kid, it's boring.
Yeah.
As a it's repetitive. As a kid, we don't understand what's going on. All we know is we're seeing this pastor up there, he hooping and hollering and people falling out. They talking about this and they talking about the Bible. And us as kids, we like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. We don't know what's going on. We don't know. So of course it's not going to be appetizing. It's not going to be something that we'll wake up and say, hey, I want to go to church. We'll rather go to the WWE, whatever you think that's entertaining to a child. But at that time, not church, you know.
Okay. So now you're going to church, you're young, you're listening to music, but how did you actually discover your voice? Like to actually know, like, yo, I could really blow. When did your mother put you up in front of the family or put you in front of the church and have you sing for everybody? When did you actually discover that you actually had a voice?
That didn't happen until about 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I found that out probably like around probably like 2011. 2011. I think I was fresh out of high school. I didn't sing as a child.
Mm.
I didn't sing as a child. And primarily I think it was because of my upbringing. Like where I come from, you don't sing. You know, that would be considered a weakness. So I didn't want to show that. So it was after I grew and I was always listening to the music, but I never tried to sing it. I probably hit notes every here now and then, but I really got into the singing when I was probably like 17.
17. Okay. All right. Yo, if you are just joining us, we are here on the Pimp Game Podcast, and we are here with the one and only R&B sensation, Pretty Boy, the artist. I love it. Out of the VA area, doing his thing in the music industry. We're here picking his brain about his music career. So, you out of the VA area, what was the first talent show that you actually went into? Maybe you won a talent show, maybe you was one of the contestants or whatever. What was the first talent show for you where you was like, yo, I could really do this?
Probably around that time. My homie had a little makeshift studio in his house and we made a song. The song was called Creeping. I wrote a song, it was like some Isley Brothers type vibe song. So I wrote the song and we recorded it. And he was already into that kind of stuff. He was already into, talent shows and whatnot. And at the time, I wanted this fur coat that he had. It was his mom's fur coat. And
Okay.
when I asked him for it, he was like, I think he said, like, give me $30 or something for it. I was like, all right, cool. And he was like, nah, you know what? I'll give it to you if you come with me to this fashion show. I mean, to this talent show. It was like Saturday. I think this was like Thursday when we was doing it.
Okay.
So I had never sung in front of no crowd or nothing before. So I ain't know what this bad. You know, we ain't had no fear. When you're that young, you don't really have no fear. You don't know what stage. We just ready. I wanted that coach. So I'm like,
Right.
so we took that song, and he was rapping. He was a rapper, so I was on the hook. And when I get there, it's like this moonshine, man. It's his club. He was like moonshine. You know what moonshine is?
I heard of it, but you gotta explain it to me because I don't want to say I know it and I don't know it. What is it?
Where you from?
New York.
So I'm Virginia. That's considered like kind of a little south. So we call albino people moonshine.
Oh. Okay. I like that.
And I'll never forget. He was like, y'all come on in, sign this paper, and just wait. And you can be called up. A lot of people in this. I mean, the place was probably like 2 times the space that I'm in right now. So it was slam packed. And I remember it was our time to go, and I'm like, all right, cool. So dude, he hand me the mic. I go up there. He doing his hook. He doing his reverse, and I come in with the hook. And it was like, people was like, I understand. And as I'm looking, because I had glasses on, as I'm looking, I'm seeing the expressions. I'm like, oh shit, I might be on something. So after it was all over, we ended up winning the contest. Won $200, and we split it amongst each other. And when we got back home, he gave me the red fur coat. So I'm like,
I like that.
That was my first introduction to that aspect of it.
Okay. So you mentioned you guys wrote a song together. I'm a singer-songwriter myself, actually. What is your songwriting style when you are writing a song? Because everybody got their style. Babyface, R. Kelly, Nas, everybody got their style in which they write a song. What is Pretty Boy's style to writing a hit?
All right, so keep in mind when I tell you that I always listen or favorite music from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, somewhat, right?
Okay.
Now, by me digesting that kind of music subconsciously, if I'm ingesting it, if I regurgitate it, it would be that you are what you digest. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So by me taking a liking to that kind of music, that would be considered timeless music because you can play those songs 10, 20, 30, even 40, 50 years down the line still, and they'll still register the same. So I could describe it, I would say it would be, I write in a timeless manner, you know? Because that's digesting.
I like that. So in music, because to me, I checked you out. I looked at your page. I was like, yo, this dude is phenomenal. He is nice. You remind me of a little bit of a Prince, Michael Jackson. You got that kind of feel, mainly Prince to me, but just coming from like R&B soul. Who is the artist that maybe that's an idol to you now that you're doing your thing? You got your single coming soon. We're going to talk about that. What's up? Who is an idol to you in the industry that you look up to and say, yo, I want to have a career like them, if not better?
All right, so this might be an unpopular answer, but at first it would have been Prince, right?
Okay.
But the more you evolve and the more you study and you really pay attention to the things that came before you, I would say R. Kelly minus all the other stuff that he went through.
Okay.
Because R. Kelly was able to blend and become different genres of music, not just R&B. He was able to go outside of that and write songs for Whitney, Celine, Michael, people of that nature. And
True.
it's
True.
a timeless way of writing and structuring songs, So I would say R. Kelly.
Okay. All right. So R. Kelly is a definitely the king of R&B. Even now, that's right. His music is timeless. Who's an artist out there, mainstream, whatever, maybe underground, indie artist, whatever? Who's an artist that Pretty Boy would love to work with in the future when you really start doing your thing in the industry?
They all old, man. They all old. I would say like Patti LaBelle, Fantasia, Jasmine Sullivan, Maxwell. I would love to bring D'Angelo or go find D'Angelo wherever he may be,
Okay.
get him up out of the rut or wherever he is. But people of that, Rashawn Patterson. I don't know if you know him, but he's like
Yeah. Rashawn Patterson, nice. He nice. Yeah. I know exactly who it is. Okay. So I was looking at your stuff, some of your highlights and things of that nature. You mentioned that you have a single, which is coming out, I believe, this Friday, if I'm not mistaken, on the 3rd, it is coming out. Tell us a little bit about the single that you got going on.
So the single is titled Finally Free, and it's basically synonymous to like what I'm going through right now. It's like making a transition from cover artist to my own material. And I just feel like I needed a clean slate. So that's basically what Finally Free is all about. And I wouldn't say it's going to be a record that catapults me to the next level because everything is about timing. That's more of a record that is, how should I put it, relevant to my current circumstance right now,
Okay. So let's go on the other side. We talked about the songwriting. Let's talk about, just briefly, not really a lot, because I know that's not your lane, a producer producing the music, right? I know you're the voice, you're the writer, the pen behind the music. Is there a producer out there you would like to work with? Maybe Swiss Beats, Dr. Dre, who else? There's a lot of people out there who do beats. Who would Pretty Boy like to work with in the producing game?
Probably like Babyface or Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, them kind of cats.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So let me ask you this. You mentioned you got a couple of labels looking at you right now. They reached out to you. Is there a label that maybe Pretty Boy likes that may be suitable to you? Maybe Def Jam, maybe Sony, maybe Universal, whatever label it is. What label would you like to work with, or would you even like to sign a major deal working with a major label because they're the machine? Is that something you're looking to do now that you're starting to take off in your career?
I wouldn't say I would want to sign anything right now. I would prefer a partnership, but if it came down to it, I would like, Motown or something like that.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you know this. Neo is the president over at Motown. Were you aware of that?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. So I know a couple of years ago, he was on the Breakfast Club and he mentioned he finds artists for them and things of that nature. I don't know if he's still doing it, but I know he had mentioned he was so excited to be doing that. And Neo is really a hidden gem in the industry. So let me ask you this. In terms of R&B music, do you feel, is R&B music dead Because now, well, back in the day in the early 90s, things of that nature, music was dope. It was nice. We really had a lot of energy. We had a lot of quality into our craft. We really cared about the music that was coming out there or coming out to the public. Now it's a little bit different with social media. What is your thoughts? Do you feel like R&B music is dead?
I don't think so. I feel like we don't have any more guys, you know. When you looked at Prince and you looked at Michael, they weren't just, the ordinary figures.
Right.
When you looked at Luther, Marvin Gaye, Al Green, they were not of this world. So, and the music was not of this world. It was more competitive. It wasn't about who can make a TikTok or a song or this or that dance. It was more about the feeling that you got translated through the music. So it's like once you start worrying about viral dances, this and that, it takes away from the actual art. And it just needs somebody to come along, revive it.
I like that. So for that young boy out there who wants to be the next pretty boy and have the voice behind them, have a song right behind them, for that next girl out there who might want to be their next pretty boy as a solo artist as yourself, what would you tell them to look out for if they want to get into the music game?
Look out for fast talkers. Look out for fast talkers, because as fast as they can talk is as fast as things can go down the wrong road. And I went through a situation like that. And, it just opened my eyes up to a lot of things. You just got to be careful when, you allow people to come in and get into your system. Your system is all you have. Your system is you. Your system is whatever you bring to the table. So when you allow people to come in and don't have the right agenda, you kind of set yourself back. And that's just about it. And listen, talk.
Okay. So in terms of R&B music, give me Pretty Boy's top 5 R&B artists of all time, dead or alive.
Oh, all right. So number 1 would be Prince, of course. You put me on the spot. All right, so I ain't gonna do it in no order. Prince. R. Kelly. David Ruffin. Babyface. One more. It's gotta be a good one.
One more.
Marvin Gaye.
Ooh, that was a nice one. Yeah, that was a nice one. You don't think Marvin Gaye need to be further up on that list?
I said no particular order.
I. That is Pretty Boy's top 5 R&B people in the industry. So you got to give it to us. Give us a little bit of vocals that you got. Can we get a little sample of what Pretty Boy can do a cappella?
I would rather you go to the single that's coming out on the 30th. And after this, you got an iPhone?
You said Apple phone?
Yeah, you have an iPhone.
Oh, iPhone, yeah, I do.
So after this, I want you to call. I want you to FaceTime me. I want to show you something.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. So for everybody out there who might want to work with Pretty Boy, and who might want to do a collab with you, who might want to be featured on your song or whatever, maybe they want to write with you, co-write with you, or maybe write something for you, how do they get in contact with Pretty Boy?
You actually get in contact with Rush. His name is on Instagram. His name is ghostly_Rush Russian. So it's ghostly_RUSHN.
Okay. All right. And also, any final thoughts out there for your fans and people who've been rocking with you back when you was going to church and you didn't want to go? What's up? Any final thoughts for your fans out there before we sign off on Pimp Game?
I love them all, even the non-fans. I love them all. It's just, I just love people, you know. It's not about fan and who can I benefit off. It's just, I just got a love for people. Man. And I feel like you can win people over with just that. You know, you got to do about music, you know.
I like that. All right. And what's up? Tell everybody who you chilling with.
Oh man, we on the Pimp Game, baby. We on
All
the.
right. So, that concludes our show for this evening. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. And make sure my YouTube subscribers out there, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you turn on notifications on so when we upload videos, you are the first to get it. And we would like to thank Pretty Boy, R&B sensation out of VA, for blessing us with his presence. All right? See you next time on Pimp Game. You don't want to miss it. Holla.
Audio Jungle.